Before we start the video, I'd just like to make a quick apology for the shakiness of the camera. For some reason, my phone stand was wanting to be real wobbly, so that's why. Now let's get to the video. Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing an honest review on these 3 pom-pom makers that I got from Dollar Tree. This big one came in a pack by itself, whereas these 2 came together, and I paid a total of $2.50 for both with tax. Now first, they do feel like a really cheap plastic. So you definitely have to be real careful with these. Definitely if you get them, like, put them up and keep them in a safe place, because I reckon they can break really easily. Now, what I will be using to test these is regular yarn. This is just Red Heart yarn 4-ply. Scissors, and to make the pom-pom look nicer, I am using just a regular pet brush. I'm going to start with the little one first, and how you do this is you pull it apart like this, and you take, make sure I get the right yarn end. You take the yarn, and you just start wrapping around it. You want to hold this yarn end, and what I'm actually going to do is put it here. That way I can just wrap around it. Probably be easier to wrap like this. It is a little like wonky to wrap it. So now that I got this end wrapped, I am going to fold it over and going to, I think bring it over like this. And then I just start wrapping on this side. And you want to make sure that these 2 are even. So I'm just going to continue wrapping. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this end over, and I'm going to cut the yarn. And the next step is to go in between and cut the yarn. And these scissors aren't the sharpest, but they're making work. Then do the same on the other end. Cut that. I think it'd be easier like this. No. Once both ends are cut, you're gonna wanna cut another decent piece of yarn, and right down the middle, you wanna put it through. Make sure it goes through both sides. And what I like to do when making pom-poms is I tie it once on one end, then I like to bring it back around and tie it a couple more times just to make sure it's not going anywhere. And then to get it off, I just pull these. Oh, I hope it did not break. And pull it loose like that. Oh, Okay. Hoping it did not break. I'm hoping these pieces go right back on, but we will see. Oh. That back on. Okay, so the pieces do go back on. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is that, okay, to make sure I have these on right, is that so far with the small one, it does come apart, but it does look like that, yeah, you can put it back together. So that is one downside of it, is that it comes apart when making it. So that's one thing to note if you do plan on buying these. And yep, there we go. So that's the little one, and the pom-pom is pretty tiny. I am just going to just even it out, and then just take the pet brush just to make it look nicer. Just trim it up a little more. And that's a pretty nice pom-pom. Didn't have to really do too much trimming because I went in with the pet brush, but that's pretty nice. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing with the middle one. So just open it and start wrapping it. Now that I have this piece fully wrapped, I'm going to again cut it. This piece does not want to cut. There we go. Okay. And then same thing, cut a decent strip. And down this center here is where it's going to go. And then, like I do, tie it once here. Then I like to bring it back around and tie it a couple times. Then, just like the other one, hopefully it does not come apart, I'm going to lift the ends and then take it and pull it apart. Put it back together, and this one did not fall apart. That is amazing. Then we have a, looks like a medium-sized pom-pom, and I'm just going to trim it a bit before I go in with the pet brush again. And this one is done, and again, it's a nice pom-pom. This is in comparison to the small one, so it is slightly bigger in size. Last, I am going to make a pom-pom with the big pom-pom maker. Now this one, I layered up more than once, and I noticed there's like these little slots here that, I don't know if it's meant for that, but it can hold it in place, which is nice. So I have this layered up, so it's going to take me a minute to cut through, so I'm going to go ahead and time lapse that. Now that I have it cut, again, I'm going to take a long yarn strand and tie it up as usual. And just like the other ones, to take it apart, I'm just lifting up both ends, and I am pulling the piece apart. And this one did not break either, which I'm really happy about. I don't know if I just got unlucky with the piece I have, or again because these are really cheap. They're made really cheap, and this is a nice size pom-pom. I'm gonna go ahead and level it out and go at it with the pet brush. Once again, the pom-pom is really nice. I did over brush it a little bit, so that's kind of on me. But it's a nice size pom-pom, perfect for a regular hat. And here it is next to the medium one and the smaller one. And these are the pom-poms from all three of these. Here, what the size is. Maybe this one would have been better if I didn't overwrap it. But these two came out perfectly, and I just did one layer of wrapping. So maybe overwrapping isn't the best to do. I might run a quick test on that and just wrap it singularly and see what that does. So I went ahead and did the single wrap off camera, and these were both made using this one. So singular wrapping will give you a smaller pom-pom than wrapping multiple layers. It was just me overbrushing it. These are both great pom-poms, but the more layers you wrap, the bigger it will be. That could just be in general with pom-poms, as I'm not really too advanced at making pom-poms. But yeah, the more you wrap, the bigger it will be. My final thoughts for these pom-pom makers are, for the price, it's not a bad option. The only thing I have to really nitpick is the cheapness of them, which, of course, they're $1.25. $2.50 for all three, but this one did fall apart on me while I was making it, and they are a cheaper plastic, but I was able to put it back together, so it's still usable. So they may fall apart while you're making them, and definitely store them in a safe place to where they won't get broken easily, but it's not a bad option. So if you see them at Dollar Tree and you're just using your fingers or the cardboard method, definitely pick them up because they're not bad for the price.